Welcome to Brake Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on quite a unique car here. What we have here is not just your ordinary Mitsubishi Outlander, but this is a PHEV ES ADAS in an all-wheel drive model. Now what that means is this is actually a hybrid car. You do have both components of petrol and hybrid, and it can run fully hybrid if need be. So this is pretty much probably one of the only cars that can do that within this price range. So this is an absolute steal of a car. We will run through what features actually come in this model as well as the condition. However, it's pretty much a brand new car, so we don't have to touch on the condition too much. However, on that front end, you do notice no real significant changes, especially to the exterior. The front end is still like your standard Outlander front end. You've got your dynamic shield in the front and a little hybrid sticker in there, just to say that it is a hybrid car. These cars come with your projector globes fitted in there and your indicator lamps in the middle and your daytime running lamps through the bottom there, which is going to increase the visibility of the car during the day. You also get fog lamps fitted factory in the ES ADAS models and headlight washers in the front bar. Now coming across to the side, the driver's side of the car, you do get a very different alloy in these cars, however, than your standard Outlander range, which has a dual tone with the black and the polished aluminium. This has a standard silver and polished aluminium on the outside and more spokes as well. So it's quite a nice design. You've also got lots of tread, as these are pretty much brand new tires. On this first quarter panel, you do also have your plug-in hybrid EV badging there, just to let everyone know exactly what you're driving, and you've got that nice blue kind of tone to it, just to symbolize that it is a hybrid. You've also got a chrome finish down the bottom here, which again is different to the Outlanders, which are in a grey plastic, but this is in a nicer chrome finish. These also come with color match side mirrors and door handles with the indicator lamp fitted into that side mirror for you. Now these cars are a keyless entry car, so you do get a fob key, and they do come with a physical key as well if you did need to open it. However, you do have this little button here to unlock it. But taking a look inside, being the ES ADAS model, they do come with your standard cloth seats with your electric bolster controls for the inside. However, you do have manual seat adjusters for the height, for the lean on the back, and then you've got that standard spring at the bottom there, which is just to move the seat forward and back. You've also got an updated steering wheel in these models, so these are more commonly used across the Pajero Sport and Triton range, but this is now standard in the Outlander, and you can see different shifters and quite a different display on the inside there. These are very nice cars. Door cards also pretty standard. Again, don't need to touch on the condition as it is a new car. Now these also come with your privacy glasses, so the back glass is a little bit darker just to provide a bit of privacy so no one's peeking in, but it doesn't provide the same protection as tint. Considering you're going for a hybrid and it's all about economy and efficiency, talk to us about our tinting options, because again there is a lot of benefits in improving efficiency of a car when you are talking about tint. Coming across, like I said, same second alloy. I'm not going to talk on the condition as it is a new car. Now on this side of the car, you do note these are your plug-in points. So you've got your standard plug-in and also your fast charge mode as well. So these are both your plug-in sides for your battery. I'm just going to close that. Coming across to the tailgate of the car, again, pretty standard look. You've got your reverse parking sensors along the bottom and your rear view camera mounted just in there. Opening up the tailgate, so I'll show, you've also got your rear wipers and washers and your high mounted brake light just under that spoiler, and super all-wheel drive select badging in the back. Taking a look in the boot of the car, these are a 5-seater model. Opening it up, have all your charging equipment for your battery underneath, nice and compact. This whole compartment will come off if you needed to. That's got your jacking tools, and it's got an inflation kit, as these do not come with a spare wheel, but that's probably, in my opinion, a little bit better, as you don't want to be changing a spare wheel when it's cold and rainy outside. You just want to pump it up. And you've got 12-volt socket in the back as well. Closing up the boot, coming across to the passenger side of the car, your fuel filler cap is on the passenger side. That runs on your regular 91 fuel, and paintwork on this side in this titanium color is pretty special. It's probably one of the more popular colors. Chrome plating on the bottom there, which finishes off beautifully. And like I said, this is a phenomenal car. You're getting a lot of features in this model. Although it is technically an ES car in terms of its level, it is actually much higher than if you were to go for an LS. You've got a lot of features. So what we'll do now is pop the hood and take a look inside the car. Taking a look inside the engine bay of the PHEV, as you can see, it's not like your standard engine bay. You've got your petrol motor on the left and your electric motor on the right, which is your plug-in hybrid motor. Now the petrol motor is a 2.4 litre petrol. This car does come fitted with a 1-speed automatic gearbox, so those are going to be your CVT transmissions, which are going to make the rides really nice and smooth and give you that gradual release of power. Now this car is a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, so lots of safety for the passengers in the car. The lithium-ion battery does produce a combined power of 130 kilowatts, and your petrol motor, which is a 2.4 litre petrol motor, produces about 94 kilowatts with 199 newton meters of torque. Now taking a look inside the PHEV, as you can see, pretty standard setup. It is for the most part similar to your standard Outlanders. However, there are a few minor cosmetic changes inside this model. Now, on the driver's side door, you do get your full electric windows, both up and down for all 4 windows in the car. Above that is your central locking button and window lock as well, just to stop people from playing around with the seats. Above that is your side mirror toggles, just for adjusting the height of the mirrors. Now, next up here on the dash, there is a little button for your trip A, trip B, and different driving information, which is going to provide you information like your battery charge, your all-wheel drive select, trip A, trip B, as I mentioned, and how much mileage you have left on just battery and on both petrol and battery. So a bit of information for the driver. You've also got your stability control and height of your headlights, which you can adjust. Below that are a few extra little buttons. So you've got forward collision mitigation, lane departure warning, and buttons for your sensors. Now, coming up to the stalks, on the right hand stalk is your left and right indicator, your fog lamp controls, and your headlight controls with auto high beam. So again, the headlights are an automated system, so dusk sensing, you can just leave it in that auto mode. It's going to decide when you need to use it. You can flick it forward for high beam, and then this will engage your auto high beam. On the left hand side are your wipers and washers for both front and rear, and this little button at the end here is for your headlight washers for the car. Now behind that, mounted to the actual column, is your sports shift paddle, so you can kind of control the gears manually yourself if you do want a bit more extra control over the car, or your standard drive is just going to do it just fine anyway. You've got a nice comfortable leather stitch steering wheel. As I said, it's not like your standard Outlander steering wheels. These are more updated and more sportier, which more suit the Pajero Sports and the Tritons. I quite like these steering wheels. They're very soft, and all the buttons are laid out quite nicely. So on the right hand side, cruise control and speed limiter and all your set controls. Below that is your adaptive cruise control button, and on the left hand side are your media controls with source, volume, seek, and call reject, and Bluetooth connectivity. Now, as this is a keyless entry car, you've got your push start button for your power. Your dash is going to be a little bit different. You've got your electric settings over here and your speedometer over here, so revs and charge and eco, different information for the driver. Coming over to the entertainment system, now this is an updated head unit, which is a bigger system, so you can see it's a bigger display. You've got your multimedia settings, which is your AM FM radio, Bluetooth connectivity, and yeah, pretty much all your media options in there. Phone connectivity settings and PHEV and info, which are all your driver info for the car itself. Now that it is touchscreen, below that you've got dual climate control, so just displays the temperature in there for you, and all your hard buttons for your different modes, fan speeds, and all the different options for your demisters. Hazards, nice and easy to access. 12-volt socket at the bottom there for any extra charging that you might be doing. A USB input for your App Connect, which is for your Android Auto Apple CarPlay system. An eco mode, which is going to save you extra fuel on this already economical car. And there's also a little compartment here, which is to actually put the keys into, like so. So if the battery does die on this, you can put it in there and you can start the car. It's just so that the car can recognize that the key is in there. You've also got 2 cup holders and this very unique gear shifter. Now it says Outlander PHEV right in the middle there. Above that is your park button, so you can turn, when you obviously engage park, you just press that. To actually switch into your gears though, you do have to maneuver this a little bit differently. So pulling it down isn't going to do anything. You put it to the right and then flick it down, and you can see it is engaged in drive. Flicking it across will put it into your B mode. Now your B mode on these cars is just more so for a charging perspective. It allows for a bit of engine braking. 2 benefits to that is you're going to not wear off the brakes on your car as quickly, and also it's also going to help you charge the battery, especially when you're going downhill or something like that, or coming to a stop. You can allow that B option, which is going to allow for engine braking, whereas your normal drive won't allow for that engine braking, so you will just put it into B for that. Other than that, pretty standard. Press it back into park if you want it to go back into park, and you've got your save and charge mode, which again just allows the car to charge and drive a little bit differently, and you've got your EV, which is your full electric mode if you wanted to engage that. Behind that is your four-wheel drive selector, so you've got lock, snow and normal, which are your three different settings, and a sports button, which is probably going to improve the response of the car itself when you're driving it. Next up is your electric park brake. Like a normal brake, you push it down to turn it off and pull it up to turn it on. And you've also got your auto hold and heated seat options for both driver and passenger, which is a nice little comfort feature in these Outlanders. Now the center console armrest is a beautiful leather stitch center console armrest. If I lift that up, you've got a bit of a storage compartment in there. There's no additional plug points or anything, just for storage. I'll get the camera person to actually pan around the interior to show you the condition. Well, not so much the condition, just what you actually get in the car. As I said, it is pretty much a brand new car, so we don't need to touch too much on the condition. Got two vents in the back here and two USB inputs for any passengers in the back seats to charge their phones. Now with these Outlanders, these back seats can also fold flat and you can move them forward and back, which I will show you if I just get out of the car right now. So these seats are quite flexible. You can pull it up like so, and then these will fold flat down like so. So it's just got a bit of Velcro just holding it down. So there you go. Then you can utilize the whole boot space if you did need to. You've also got car seat mounting points at the back of this as well. And I'll put this under here. So you can see it's quite a flexible car, very good, very compact, yet it can provide you with everything you need really when you do need it. So what we're going to do now is jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV. Now I hope this gave you a good representation as to some of the features that does come in this model. Now if you're going to be purchasing this car, I'm sure you've done plenty of research yourself, the kind of economy and why this is such a unique car, in the sense that it does have a standalone electric hybrid motor which can run independently without having to rely on that petrol motor, and you can get about 50 kilometers out of that. So if you're not going to be doing much more driving than that, you can pretty much drive purely on electric motor. This is a great car, and at this price it is an absolute steal, so don't miss out, as we only have a couple of these left. Now if you do have any additional questions, wanted to test drive it, or actually wanted to purchase it before you came in, you can do that. The number to dial is 99070555. Just before I go though, these cars qualify for what we call our Platinum 1 program. Now what that will offer you is 5 years extended protection, extended warranty on these cars, like for like new car warranty, and it does also come with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance, and that'll cover you up to 200,000 kilometers. So great value in this, especially with these cars. I'm sure you're going to be driving them around a lot. You do want to make sure you're covered for the longevity of your ownership. In addition to that, I do highly recommend you take advantage of the glass coat and tinting option, which is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful titanium paintwork. And we could package that in with some tinting for you, which we all know the benefits of tint. Now these two are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, I would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will affect your repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, please check out our Google reviews. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. As I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan, and thank you so much for watching.